In case we ever deceive you into thinking that everything is just going swimmingly and that adjusting to puppy life is amazing. Holy bananas, it's a lot, isn't it, Daddy?
Yeah. Not at all.
Yeah. Jonathan's workload has been more than it ever has been. I am trying to get videos out and plan things for the spring. Our bathroom and bedroom have sat untouched basically since before we went to Hawaii, just because we literally don't have an extra second to do anything right now. Puppy life is crazy, but it's fun. And she's playing peekaboo back there. It's a big day in the Bousman household. It's been over 2 weeks since she came home and we feel like Big Brother's adjusting well. So we're putting away the playpen.
Hopefully we don't regret this.
We'll probably regret it within about 5 seconds. Wish us luck. Wish our furniture luck. We thought that it would be both a little bit comical and perhaps a little bit eye-opening if we did a video this week that was a full 24 hours in the world of puppy life. Jonathan has to go into the office tomorrow, so that should make things even more interesting. I'm gonna start the day at midnight. I am hoping that I do not have to check in with you until later in the morning. 7 o'clock would be lovely, but I'm thinking I will see you before that. So here is to 24 hours with little Miss Cleo. Good morning. It's 6:42 right now. We are working hard on trying to get her to stay in the crate at least until 7. Usually from about 6 o'clock onward is a bit of a struggle. Oh, we're lucky right now if we can make it much past 6:30 because she's done. So she was a good girl. She only went out once after 5, so I'm gonna go ahead and get her out and start our day here. She is starving in the mornings and does not want to come outside. She wants to eat immediately. Come on, Arlo's out here doing a potty. I know you're hungry, but we don't eat until we go potty. Come on. Life with a puppy. It's freezing out here. Come on, sweetheart. Got her breakfast, which is clearly what she wants. And the funny thing is that for as tiny as she is and as big as Arlo is, she is actually eating just as much, if not more than him right now because of how quickly she's growing. We had her at the vet last week and they said that the amount we're giving her is fine. I want to show you how cute she is, how well behaved she is when it comes to food. You have to be nice and you have to wait for your food, okay? Wait. Wait. Go ahead. Good girl. Little tail wag the whole time. It cracks me up. And I'm done, like less than a minute later. She is a hungry, growing little girl. It's gonna be hard to keep her away from Arlo now. He's never shown any signs of food aggression, but I do want to keep her away from his food. It's not fair to him, and she also needs to learn those boundaries. That's a good girl. You're gonna let him eat his breakfast. Can you sit? Sit. Good girl, you have to stay. You're gonna let Arlo eat his breakfast. That's a good girl. Good girl. I'll let you lick the bowl when he's done, okay? He is being such a good big brother. Okay, yes, I am. It's hard to have a sister, but I'm a good boy. Day begins. Sit. Good girl. Now you ate. Now what? Good. She has a bone. So I have a window where hopefully she won't have an accident for a few minutes if I wait. I'm gonna grab myself some coffee because I need it. It's Monday. As far as pottying goes, when she is awake, we pretty much try to have her outside to at least try to go to the bathroom about every half an hour. As soon as she wakes up from a nap, we come outside and have her try, and pretty much within 10 minutes of eating, we have her come out and try, and as you will see, we have a steaming pile. That's too funny. I don't know if you can appreciate the steam coming off of it like I currently am. Having puppies in the winter, not always super fun. It's 7:30. This is our 4th time outside already. I know that eventually I need to let her go longer stretches inside, but I also don't really want to set her up for failure. I want to set her up for success. So it has been probably, oh, there we go. See? My Bluebirds, which I love and adore, they have kind of taken one for the team with getting this little girl and bringing her home. So I am happy to report that on this sunny Monday morning that the bird feeders are restocked. You can see along the roof line there, that white little dotted line, that is, oh, there they go. That is actually because they sit there and watch us when we're out here with the dogs and they can't get to their feeder. So they have a little poop line on the roof. They're gonna enjoy some breakfast. So my timer's gonna go off here in a few minutes for her to go potty, so you better eat quick, girls. Sorry. $8 a.m., potty trip number 5. I highly suggest the use of timers because you will get distracted doing other things. She's a good little girl. Are you posing so nice for the camera? I was gonna show that your brother just woke up. Clark just joined the picture. We'll see if she's gonna do it here or if she's just gonna puppy and make me look like a liar. Be nice. Usually when the kids appear for the first time in the morning, she has a real streak of puppy because she's excited. They wear fun jammies, as you can see here, that are cozy and fun to eat. How is life with a puppy, Betty? Good. She bites a little bit though, doesn't she? We're working with her. She's a good girl. We just try to have the kids not freak out and just redirect her, because when they start screaming, pulling body parts away from her quickly, then to her it's a game. And we experienced that with my little boo-boo when he was little. I think Clark was 6 and Annie was 4 when we got Arlo. And so that was a little tougher because they were a little bit more defenseless. And so far, Arlo seemed to have a little bit more puppy in him than Cleo does. She can hold her own when she's playing with other pups, and she's been a little bit snarly with Arlo lately, so we're keeping an eye on that. She's definitely a puppy too. That's good puppies. That's so nice, Arlo. Good boy, honey. Yeah, so at, just like this right now, when she's doing things that I don't want her to be doing, her little no command is at. That's what we say for her, and we try to just redirect her. And then when she is focused on the thing that she should be chewing on, then we give her lots of praise. Good girl. Good girl. Try to do a lot of positive reinforcement versus correcting, because honestly, we found it with this dude and we're finding it again with her. They essentially are little humans and they will throw their little temper tantrums if you tell them that they can't do something. So instead of punishment, that sort of thing, yelling, anything physical, we try to redirect and then reinforce the good behavior. Give her lots of praise because she is a good girl. She's just learning and it's our responsibility to teach her. And you're a good, nice boy. It's about 8:30. Clark is off doing his own thing because it is President's Day. Annie is still asleep. And it is my favorite time of the puppy schedule, which is nap time. She just conked out here next to me. And so now I am trying to work on video editing and planning for the week. Anything else that I can do while she is still and asleep. So girlfriend just woke up from a power nap. That means we go right outside for a potty. And sometimes we just lay down a little bit before we go potty. When you have any dog, poop scooping is a real consideration, but when you have 2 Newfoundlands, we are talking lots and lots of poops. They look like bloodhounds on the scent of a trail. They're just hunting for bunny poop. That's been a weird quirk of Arlo's for as long as I can remember, and it cracked us up because she's been doing it since like day one. Here's a new one. Puppy realities. Here, Cleo, let's switch. Let's switch, honey pie. Apparently, a goldfinch met its demise at some point in my backyard. Let's switch. You have this, and I'll take the bird out of your mouth. I don't even know what I'm gonna do with this thing. She did not kill it. She found it dead, and now I have to dispose of it, and she doesn't want me to have it. Excuse me while I go barf and figure out how to get rid of this thing. I will give you an update in a second. Never a dull moment. I did not barf. I live to tell the tale. And this is really funny timing because we are going to start our chicken adventure, which you will see in the next week or two. And my plan is Annie would like to hatch some, and we're gonna get some that are day old and pre-sexed. But inevitably, we're gonna end up with some roosters. Those roosters are going to become soup. If I cannot handle getting a goldfinch out of my dog's mouth, then I don't think that I can handle humanely ending a rooster's life. I told myself I was going to do that, and I did. Is that the same thing that I'm going to be experiencing with the roosters? No, but baby steps. I can do this. The kids have the day off from homeschooling, so that is helping this 24 hours with Cleo to feel a little bit more laid back and carefree. Homeschooling in and of itself is sometimes a full-time job, and when you don't have a ton of downtime between needing to get out for the potty, and it can be a little tough. So the kids will tell you that mommy has not been the nicest and calmest version of herself. And I fully admit it. Puppy life is exhausting and does not always bring out the best in me, but sometimes they just need to do what I need them to do when I need them to do it, because I only have certain windows to work with when she's sleeping. But another consideration with Newfies, their hair traps everything. Every piece of grass and every leaf and all the mud and all the snow. It's kind of a messy season right now. A lot of times when they come in, I either have to sweep it up off the floor or brush it out of their fur. That I love with homeschooling is that we can teach a lot of hands-on real life stuff and being self-sufficient. So Clark takes on a lot of the responsibility of making meals around our house. And so he is currently making Annie lunch. Having the puppy, while yes, it is stressful on all of us, it is also good for teaching them responsibility. Annie has done a great job. She has been super great about stepping up. Number one, she loves Cleo, she loves babies. Sometimes we need extra sets of hands. We can't do it all, and so it's been nice to have them. Having kids that are 7 and 9 has been a huge blessing when it comes to having a puppy, because they are old enough to truly help, and they do. Not always willingly. Yes, sometimes there's a little bit of foot stomping or it's not my turn, but for the most part, they have been helpers, and we appreciate it. Good job. Can you watch her? Because I have to go to the bathroom and get ready. Thank you, ma'am. Say stinking sissy gets 3 meals a day and I only get 2, so mommy gives me some numbers. And I'm sure you're getting the gist by now, but she just had lunch, so another meal means another potty break. We are back outside for the 2 billionth time, and it is about noon. This is puppy life. As I have already mentioned, today is an atypical Monday for us. Our common Mondays, Jonathan works from home remotely. The kids and I have a homeschool co-op in the mornings. But today is President's Day. Jonathan needed to be on site today, so he's gone all day. The kids and I did not have co-op this morning because of the holiday, and instead we are meeting up with some of our best friends, the Panucci's, who you've met many times, and we're gonna do a little winter playground play. I'm going to let Arlo here and allow him to have some quiet time to himself, which I don't think he's going to complain about, but little miss is going to come along with us. I feel like a new mom again with like all the diaper bag stuff because I had to think through everything that we would need to have a puppy in the car with us. She's doing better than she usually does. She's not a huge fan of the car ride, but so far so good. Annie got her all cozy. You guys buckled up? All right, we're off to hang out with some friends at the playground.
Say I did it. Hi, you too. She did so good. And this little girl made it for the half-an-hour car ride, and this was one of her better car rides. She's getting a little bit braver. She's a good girl. You trying to go to your mommy. You're a good girl. Lily, have you?
We just got home and I wish that I would have videoed it because it was super, super cute, but I was not prepared. I had too much in my hands. Clark let Arlo out and their little reunion with one another was very sweet. She was jumping up. She was so excited to see her big brother.
And he was sweet, and he gave her a couple snips because he's a good boy. Did you miss us, buddy? Did you miss your little sissy, or were you glad to have a break? She says, let me remind you why you were glad to have a break.
Should we go for a little walk?
Let's go for a walk. Quickly.
She was really reluctant to put on a lead at first, and she was very reluctant to leave our yard at all. And that's a good thing. We don't want her to feel super secure leaving the yard, but we also want her to listen to us when she's on the lead and to follow. He is good off lead and is a really good example for her. So we've been trying to put her lead on every day and do a walk around the pasture to both get her used to being on the lead and also to understand where our property is and where she is allowed to be. I was not expecting to be able to take her for a walk when we got home because I was thinking she'd be running around like a crazy lunatic at the park. She mostly slept at the park, so I feel pretty comfortable giving brother some exercise. Hi, buddy. Hi, buddy. Say we miss you so much. So this is something that we're working on. I'm kind of glad she's showing you this because she will bite at, sit. That's a good girl. Good job. Now I have to tie my shoe.
Say I'm back home. I had a big day. I got a drink. My brother's a good boy. We went for a little walk.
It's only 4:30 and we try to feed her at like 7, 12, and 5. But I'm gonna go ahead and feed her now because she has had a really full afternoon. And we found that the more overstimulated and overtired she gets, the less likely she is to respond to correction, like when she's biting. I don't want her to get to that like crazed phase. I would like her to take a good nap. And so I'm gonna go ahead and feed her now. That way she will hopefully have a full belly and be able to take a good nap.
Are you hungry? Sit. Let's have some dinner. Oh, you're hungry too, Noofies? Stay. Let's get some dinner ready, okay? Let's get some dinner.
Cleo just ate her dinner. I am going to give her about 5 more minutes to digest a little bit, and then I will take her outside to go potty one more time before hopefully she conks out for a good, nice nap because she's had a really full day. This is the time of day, I will say, when she tends to have accidents if she's going to have accidents. So I need to get her out here very shortly. I wanted to show you, it's really cute. Clark and Annie, I don't know if you can see them out there. They discovered that the sledding is better now than it was when it first snowed because things are a little crispy. Cleo, let's go outside. Let's go outside. And she's doing her little sniffy sniff, so we're gonna go out.
You ready to go in and take a nap?
Now is the time of the day where it is a little bit tough to do anything when she is not being watched constantly because unless she's sleeping, she will tend to have accidents. So far so good. Jonathan is on his way home from work, so he should be home soon so I can get some dinner made. I would ask the kids to watch her. They're outside playing and having fun, and if they are doing something like that, then I do not mind having to watch over this little bumpkin. If they were in here just on their screens or being lazy, then I would be more inclined to say, you've got puppy duty. Should I make you have puppy duty? Do you want puppy duty?
He says, no, thank you. Why don't you have puppy duty? Play tuggins with her. A few things that you will notice about puppy life for us is that we spend a lot of time outside. I know that some of you are gonna say, well, yeah, but that's because you were at the park for 2.5 hours this afternoon. And I would argue that even if we were not at the park, I probably would have been sitting out back at least 1 or 2 of those hours. While the dogs do a really, really good job together, I also realize that they are still getting to know each other. They're about 2 weeks in at this point, and I would never be able to forgive myself if something happened to either of them. They're figuring out how to play together appropriately. They're up on the hill playing as I'm talking to you right now. But I think it's important as responsible owners to not just throw them out back even when they want to go outside and play, and that we're monitoring them. So we spend a lot of time outside right now. I have to laugh because of course the 24 hours that I chose to document, it was a beautiful sunny day and not very windy. We have had some very raw February days in which I have spent hours outside. We have had some rainy and snowy days in which I have had to wipe paws nonstop. And today was not one of those days, which is a good thing, but also makes me giggle a little bit that the day that I'm documenting for you, it looks simple. I will also note that so far she has not had any accidents, and while the day is still early and there's still plenty of time for that, please don't think that just because she didn't today that means she doesn't at all. There are a lot of hard things about owning a puppy. It is definitely a full-time job. I am home full-time. That gives us certain advantages and certain abilities that many of you out there with puppies don't have, and I realize that I'm very fortunate to have that. Many of you have to work full-time when you have puppies, and so you can't be spending as many hours outside or getting them outside for as many potty breaks, but everybody's stories are different. This is our story. We are very thankful that Jonathan is home most of the time with work, even if work is busy, and that I do have the ability to be spending time really working with her. We want her to be as amazing of a pup as her big brother is. Daddy is on his way home, and that's what this little boy knows. Arlo, who's here? I think Daddy's coming. Who's here? Hi. Cleo's still sleeping. Arlo's just monitoring. We're gonna enjoy some dinner here. Like the second that her feet touch the ground after a long nap, we all like jump up, like go, go, go. Go out with Daddy. Like literally if she doesn't get out in 30 seconds, she will pee on the floor. All right, I'm gonna let you do your biz, girl. Oh, good boy. Do you have a little snoop boop? Perks of having to be outside all the time. Sunsets on the pasture.
So this is one thing with puppy life, and I can't quite remember how Arlo was, but Cleo is voracious. We top her off around this time at night. It's like 6:30, I think, and she still wakes up at 6 and is starving.
You did get vet approval. You're not typically supposed to like feed them a little bonus meal like this, but dude, we will do what we can to sleep. I was just recounting the story of Cleo and the goldfinch to Jonathan. Oh my gosh, that was the funniest thing ever. Jonathan is now home from work. She woke up from her nap that she needed very much. So now it's playtime with Cleo. And I figured I would chat up Jonathan a little bit while we play with her, since this video is gonna be a whole lot of me. I told him the other night, while I know that he loves Cleo very much, I don't think he loves Cleo quite as much as he loves that buddy. You stole Daddy's heart first, and he can't share it with anybody else.
No, that's not true. We have to develop a bond.
Right now, I wouldn't say that Cleo has a person. Get your brother, be nice.
I mean, she will, but...
You can lick me.
Oh, that's a good
Does
girl.
this still mean lick?
Clarky, who do you think her person's gonna be?
Their daddy or Annie?
You think Daddy or Annie? You already have a dog, right there.
He's my buddy.
Oh, yeah.
Mommy needs a dog. Are you gonna be mine? I hope she loves me, but we thought that that was gonna happen last time. Say, Mommy did all the work. Mommy taught you how to stay in our yard. Mommy taught you how to sit and give paw and speak.
And what do I get? Nothing.
PP break number 30,000.
Cleo, go pee pee.
We are nearing the end of our 24 hours together. I think that it is probably pretty apparent that she's sweet and she's a good puppy. But I think I have probably also made it pretty apparent that puppies are a lot of work. I haven't really accomplished a whole lot today other than getting her out to the bathroom, making sure that they are playing appropriately and being safe for us in the season of life that we're in, and having the time and the ability to give her a lot of our focus and a lot of our energy. She takes a lot of it. But yeah, this time of the night, it's been a long day. As much as I love this sweet girl, she is tiring. For as good of a puppy as she is, she's still exhausting. Share it, share it. I'm pretty tired, pretty done. I think Arlo's feeling a little tired and done here too. It's definitely worth it, but it's a lot of work. Parents with newborns know that there's this thing called the witching hour or the bewitching hour. I can't remember which one it is. When the sun goes down and the newborn gets colicky and cranky. And this little one has a slight touch of that where she gets a little evil. She has been attacking Arlo nonstop. And he's super patient with her, but I mean, rightfully so, he can only take so much. And in his defense, when she bites Jonathan or I, we don't always respond super nicely either. This is the time of the evening where then we need to distract her with toys till she comes out, because otherwise she terrorizes that guy over there.
Aren't you a little evil terror? Say not me. I'm so nice. You telling lies about me.
Asking for a friend is 7:40. Too early for bedtime?
I think we should. I'm Mama's power snapper.
What's the best time of the evening, Daddy?
Nap time?
Nap time. Also, you know that you have a puppy when you have random piles of dog food everywhere as bribery. Coat pocket, table, bedside table, pants pockets, washing machine. It's a puppy life. We are at hour 21 of our 24 hours. It is 9 p.m. She usually sleeps after like 8 o'clock or so. And we'll take her out closer to 9:30 or 10 to go to the bathroom. And then it's in the crate for the night.
It's 9:30. We're gonna get the human children in bed first, and then the furry child. Arlo already went to bed. Arlo goes to bed early, doesn't he, Annie girl? Daddy and I once upon a time used to go to bed at like 11 or 12, but we haven't seen much past 10 o'clock since this little girl came into our lives. All right, come on guys, let's go. All right, after a bazillion potty breaks, we are gonna wake Peachy Pie up for the last one of the day. This will be it. I know she is, I feel bad, but I'm ready for bed. Oh, look at that stretch. Hi. My goodness, can you do one more pee-pee? And then you're gonna sleep in your crate until 7, right?
Say you crazy, Mom.
Pee-pee, you can do it. Let's go take a potty.
One more time.
Oh, stretch.
Oh, she's a sack of potatoes.
She says you're gonna have to carry me, Dad. Not gonna be able to do that for too long.
See?
Let's show everybody how you walk back and get in your crate like a big girl.
Go back in your crate. Go ahead. Good girl.
Oh, she's a
Good night.
Crazed look in his eyes. He's like, we survived. Wow, buddy, you look super crazy right now. There. This dude's already been asleep for like 2.5 hours back here. And there you have it. It is 9:45 p.m. and unless something crazy would happen between now and midnight, we have reached the end of filming of our 24 hours in Puppy World. I hope that you enjoyed coming along for the ride. This little girl is all tucked in for the evening. I've got my other big guy down here at the foot of the bed. And as you can see, our primary bedroom is still a major work in progress. I am exhausted and ready for sleep. So thank you so much for coming along with us, and we will see you again next time. Good night.
Sit. Sit. Wow, that was a big burp. Excuse you. Man, am I recording this time? Don't be a buggy bug. You wanna lick his bowl? Cleo.
Especially when it is the middle of winter
Hold on. Stop, please.
Look at all that space.
Say woo-wee. I'm going to run around.
And
I'm
pee-pee
going to
everywhere.
get in so much trouble.
Pee-pee everywhere.
And probably pee everywhere.
Excuse me. You squeezed the burp out of me.
No bag. No bag.